Right now at 5, a new program at a local school is helping students with their mental health.
And Valentine's Day is keeping a La Crosse flower shop on its stems.
We're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. Gunfire erupted in Kansas City, Missouri this afternoon just as a massive celebration for the Chiefs' Super Bowl victory was wrapping up. Kansas City police say one person is dead and 10 to 15 are injured. 2 people are in police custody. A large law enforcement presence, including the ATF and FBI, is on the scene working to piece together exactly what happened. Police set up a reunification for families separated in the chaos. Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes, who had been on the stage leading his team in the celebration, posted on X that he is praying for Kansas City.
Yeah, we got an alert day in for tonight because we do have accumulating snow that's going to impact travel for some portions, well, actually for all areas. Just depends on where you are and the timing of the rain to snow. We're looking at 1 to 4 inches, and once again, all areas, but some areas will get a lot more than others. Right now, the winter weather alert is really for the northern areas. Right now, we're going to see about 2 to 4 inches. Once again, this could change as we go out throughout the night because it's going to be a challenge of exactly when some of that rain or snow does turn back over to just all snow. Overall conditions are pretty good with the mid-40s right now for most locations. As you look at radar, we're starting to see rain beginning to approach Menominee. Eau Claire hasn't seen it quite yet. It should be there probably within the next 30 minutes as we zoom in. Right now, conditions overall pretty dry. There gives you a picture of Menominee. Right now, 39 degrees. That rain is starting to push into the area. Wet road conditions. Eau Claire will be the first one to see that. Overall visibility, there is snow as you go further west. That is in Minneapolis. If you time that out, you'll see rain to snow probably about 8 p.m. time frame for Eau Claire, and then as we get further to La Crosse, the rain will come later at 7 to 8, and eventually we'll see a changeover some point after 11 as we get further to La Crosse, and it gets a little bit more challenging in exactly how much snow we're going to get down there. So later on, we'll kind of break down the timing of when we get some snow, how much we'll get, if the Thursday morning commute will be impacted, and how cold it'll feel relatively as we go into Friday and Saturday.
A lot to break down. All right, thank you, Greg. A woman accused of causing an oversized death stands silent in court today. 27-year-old Rachel Brockway is accused of selling fentanyl-laced heroin that caused the overdose death of a 31-year-old man last February. Brockway appearing in court by video while in custody. She stood mute, so the court entered a not guilty plea on her behalf. She'll be back in court on March 28th.
A new partnership at Aquinas Catholic Schools in La Crosse will provide mental health assistance to students.
News 8 Now's Allison Ferget joins us live in studio with the story. Allison.
Ken and Emily, almost half of La Crosse high school students say they've experienced significant problems with anxiety in the last year. Normalizing getting mental health help is one of the Aquinas Catholic Schools' new mental health program goals. Officials at the school say the COVID-19 pandemic highlighted the need for extra mental health services at Aquinas. Stakeholders worked for the last 6 months to bring that extra help to the schools, finding a partner in Driftless Recovery Services. The group will supervise school counselor Rachel Thean as she transitions into her new role as the district's full-time mental health counselor.
They will come in here and help me help see overflow. So if I can't get to all the kids and we see an overwhelming response to the program, they'll come out and provide some additional servicing as well.
Like students, Aquinas staff will have access to Driftless services. Special workshops will also educate parents and caregivers on how they can help their child throughout their mental health journey. Thean says Aquinas plans to host its first caregiver session in April. Ken and Emily.
All right, Allison Ferget, thank you very much. Now, Aquinas says the community response has been outstanding. Officials were able to fundraise over 4 times their initial goal for that program.
After more than 50 years, Rogan Shoes is being bought by an Indiana-based company. Shoe Carnival making the announcement Tuesday that they acquired the family-owned company for $45 million. Rogan's has 28 stores in Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Illinois, including locations in Onalaska and Eau Claire. Pat Rogan, CEO of Rogan, says he's excited for the company to become part of the Shoe Carnival family and hopes the purchase will ensure the future growth of Rogan Shoes.
Well, you may be celebrating today with some chocolates, cards, and of course, flowers, as many Americans are expected to spend a large amount of money on those Valentine's gifts.
That's right. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall is learning how one local flower shop shares how they prepared for its biggest holiday of the year. Jeremy.
Well, Emily, Monet Floral and Gifts was busy earlier of customers scrambling to get those last-minute flowers. And I'm learning it wasn't just a banquet of roses they're offering for Valentine's Day. Every year, Brian Harris picks up flowers from Monet Floral and Gifts.
Especially good on short notice, which I'm generally known for when I'm trying to buy flowers.
Patrick Foley has owned the store for 30 years. He starts ordering the flowers right before Christmas. Foley says they sell between 600 and 750 arrangements just from walk-ins. A lot of his business comes from Valentine's Day.
During a dead winter, it certainly is a nice week with lots of good business. And what we do is bring in old employees and friends and family to help us get it through.
It takes a lot of love to make these flowers look the best, which is why customers return year after year.
I just know that here at the shop, they're high quality, nice flowers, better than you can get at a typical grocery store.
Though Monet has been in business for over 3 decades, Foley says he has seen busier years.
It used to be a lot busier, but now so many different companies sell roses, like the grocery stores, hardware stores, you know, so that does affect florists quite a bit. But it's the loyal customers that keep him in business. And, you know, of course, I checked in with other local floral shops, including La Crosse Floral, to see, you know, how the holiday's been treating them. Unfortunately, nobody was available for an on-camera interview, but I'm learning they had hundreds of orders this year. For now, live in La Crosse.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Jeremy. Monet says they're already preparing for Mother's Day and taking orders right now.
Another big celebration for sure.
Yeah, coming up.
Well, Oktoberfest USA is searching for Das Best people in La Crosse to be this year's parade marshals. La Crosse's Oktoberfest USA making the announcement that it's now accepting nominations for 2024 parade marshals. Nominees should be someone who's lived within a 20-mile radius of La Crosse for at least 10 years, is actively involved and well known in the La Crosse community, and has contributed to the good of the community through leadership and outstanding accomplishments. To be considered for the role, entries have to be received by March 18th. We'll have more information on how to apply on our website, news8000.com.
The fight on Capitol Hill over the southern border is escalating.
House Republicans adding fuel to the fire with the impeachment of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. After the break, the details of what happens next.
At By Goff and Rohde, we know reputation is important, and it can affect your case's outcome. If you want your case to be taken seriously, you need lawyers who are taken seriously. By Goff and Rohde, serious injuries need serious lawyers.
Are you ready to build your future? Stella Jones Corporation in Bangor is hiring and wants you to apply. Starting wage for laborers up to $18 per hour with a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience but a great attitude? Then apply today. Stella Jones Corporation is where safety matters and wages sustain a comfortable living. If you have what it takes and can stand behind our railroads, then we want you to apply today.
We're starting the new year with our biggest sale of the year at Interior Designs Holman. All our carpets are on sale, so you'll save money and get more for free. Free measuring and estimating at your home. Free furniture moving, even that heavy couch and king-size bed. Free removal of your old carpet and padding, and we'll recycle it. Free life of carpet labor warranty for as long as you own the carpet. All at the lowest prices of the year and 12 months no interest financing. Save money and get more for free during the biggest carpet sale of the year going on now at Interior Designs Holman.
It's the President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota with huge store-wide savings. Plus, there's 24-month financing and free gas just for shopping Drury's. Striking sofas and chairs, solid wood bedrooms and dining rooms, and the area's best selection of premium leather. And it's all from top makers like Canadell, Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, and Stressless. Great sale prices, 24-month financing, and free gas. Now during the President's Week sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Voted your favorite furniture store.
To everyone who believes in tradition, come enjoy a few of ours from Wisconsin.
People in Wisconsin love a good fish fry.
Really love. And we love sharing it with guests everywhere.
At Culver's, we still batter our North Atlantic cod by hand to order.
And we cook it to a crispy, golden perfection just for you.
For you.
For you. So it's crispy outside, flaky inside. Let us take care of you.
With some homegrown traditions we were raised on.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Is your personal injury lawyer trying to sell you a settlement that you don't think is fair? You need a lawyer who won't settle your case just to move on to the next one. Get the full compensation you deserve. Get Bygoff and Rohde.
The news continues on News 8 Now. Expect more.
House Republicans say they are working on a plan to address border security after rejecting a bipartisan Senate bill.
But in the meantime, they voted to make DHS Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas the first cabinet member in 150 years to be impeached over his handling of the border. Natalie Brand has more details from Capitol Hill.
The congressional fight over the southern border has intensified after House Republicans impeached Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas by a margin of 1 vote.
Was necessary to deal with a rogue DHS secretary whose lawless actions have caused and perpetuated one of the worst border crisis in American history.
The articles head to the Democratic-controlled Senate later this month. Majority Leader Schumer's office says senators will be sworn in as jurors the next day.
What are Republicans focused on? Stupid stuff, like baseless impeachments with no evidence.
The impeachment comes as the House Speaker is hinting he may not bring up the Senate's newly passed bipartisan foreign aid package for a vote.
The Republican-led House will not be jammed or forced into passing a foreign aid bill that was opposed by most Republican senators and does nothing to secure our own border.
But border security provisions had to be removed from the package last week because a majority of GOP lawmakers, including the Speaker, said they did not go far enough. The White House tweeted a Valentine to Speaker Johnson saying roses are red, violets are blue. The border deal was crushed because of you.
I've been requesting a meeting with the president for weeks now, a month. I've been asking to sit down with the president to talk about the border and talk about national security, and that meeting has not been granted.
CBS News has confirmed that without additional funding, ICE is considering releasing thousands of migrants from custody. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
The Biden administration has requested billions of dollars to fund immigration's and customs enforcement operations. DHS officials say without it, they may need to pull money from sub-agencies such as the Coast Guard to cover the expenses.
Democrats are celebrating a big win with the special election to replace disgraced Republican George Santos, who was expelled from Congress over ethics violations.
Democrat Tom Suozzi won the Long Island special election, beating out the Republican candidate Mazi Pilip. Suozzi, who has previously served in Congress, pitched himself as a moderate Democrat and centered his campaign on the economy and immigration.
His win flips the seat previously held by Republican Congressman George Santos from red to blue. And while Suozzi's victory does not change control of the House, it does shrink the House GOP's narrow majority even more.
Members of the Lonely Hearts Club are banding together.
A look at an overseas museum that's full of mementos from broken relationships.
And winter's back, at least for a couple of days. We got snow tonight and some definitely colder temperatures going into Friday, but it won't last too long. I'll time out the snow, how much we'll get, what those temperatures will feel like for your Friday. All that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Luther High School is a powerhouse in culture and fulfilling the needs of each student.
I'm hoping to major in some sort of engineering field once I graduate, so I was hoping that doing the robotics and trying out more hands-on things would help me explore the area more and see if I really like it. I think it really lets us broaden our interests more and deep dive into what we would be doing later in life. I'm really hoping I can encourage more girls to do it and just other students and really help people want to explore industry.
Luther High School, Christ-centered, encouraging and preparing students for life.
President's Day is a time to honor all presidents, past and present. And at King Furniture, we're giving you the opportunity to save some presidents with huge discounts throughout the entire store, up to 60% off.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
And right now, you can get 0% financing.
So save some presidents at King.
For the record, Franklin was not a president, but you can save him too. It's the President's Day sale going on right now at King Furniture.
Nice people.
Nice furniture.
Nice style.
What I love about T-Mobile is that just about anywhere you go, you're going to have coverage.
Where I live is a rural area. The coverage has been awesome.
Reliable coverage is super important for me, for my business.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
Join the conversation at facebook.com/news8000. Or you can always find us at news8000.com. You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
Popular fact, nobody likes to talk about breakups on Valentine's Day, but a museum overseas is celebrating them. Everything on display represents broken relationships.
An interesting concept. This Museum of Broken Relationships is located out in Zagreb, Croatia. It has a collection of nearly 5,000 items donated from people around the world who have fallen out of love.
The co-founder of the museum says the stories that go with the objects are what's most interesting. For example, one item on display is a diet book a woman got from her ex-husband.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
Jemmy, visiting from Boston, says she can relate to the museum's contents.
I do have little possessions from past partners just to keep as a memory, and it kind of was comforting knowing that other people do the same thing as I do.
Interesting. Well, the trip down Sentimental Street can take some tragic turns. This wedding dress right here is from a woman whose fiance died before she got to wear it.
Oh boy. The museum has a website showing a global map of broken hearts, and you can share your own story on brokenships.com.
Interesting.
I would add an edible arrangements to that. I got that for a gift one Valentine's and I didn't like it.
To precipitate a breakup? I'm sorry, that's really personal.
We broke up like a week after. I was really upset about the edible arrangements. I was like, you don't know me at all.
All right, no edible arrangements for Emily Brown in the newsroom. We do have severe weather coming tonight. Let's get the latest from Greg.
Yeah, we do have some weather here coming up tonight. Snowfall is kind of breaking a little bit up from spring. We're going back to some winter conditions here, so hopefully you got your winter driving skills back up there because we're going to deal with a little bit of it. Right now, looking at radar, it is starting to rain at Eau Claire. It hasn't changed over right yet. Area roads as you go further west from Minneapolis still are wet because the rate has just started to pick up. But overall, we're not seeing any other activity yet, but eventually we will see this. It'll take a while for southern areas to get it. As we time out, really the change over to snow is probably going to be around 7:30 for Eau Claire. Ladysmith will probably see it earlier. That line is really going to take its time kind of pushing southeast. Eventually, La Crosse and areas to the south should see some light rain come into the picture probably after 9 or a little bit later. That line will just hold up to Winona. It'll eventually kind of sink south to Winona by about 11. Black River Falls, that area. You'll start seeing some mixture also start coming into play towards southern Wisconsin, southwestern Wisconsin, especially in the higher elevations. And then as we get towards midnight, it really gets between just a rain and snow mix across most of the area south of La Crosse. So that really makes determining how much snow we're going to get kind of a little more tricky throughout the night. Areas to the north will continue to see the snow continue at least through another 2 to 3 hours. Towards about 3, you'll start seeing it kind of wrap up for Eau Claire. Further south, the changeover will happen, but then it'll quickly kind of end as we get closer to 5 or 6 at the latest for some areas. So once again, this is kind of timing of it. So if you're further north, probably more snow you're going to get. Further south, it gets a little bit more questionable exactly how much. And the higher elevation you are, the better shot you're going to see that changeover earlier, especially towards southwest Wisconsin, northeast Iowa. I think some of the ridge lines up there could get some. Clearing skies really quickly tomorrow, so you'll probably see the sun by the afternoon hour, but that wind will pick up out of the northwest, so our temperatures won't climb much above freezing for most of the areas, so it'll definitely feel chilly tomorrow. Now, snow amounts, you can start seeing it kind of pile up to the north. You'll be one area that'll be 2 to 4 inches, and this could change, but right now we're thinking right along Eau Claire. Then you're going to see a gap right between here, between Preston, La Crosse, and Black River Falls. That's because we have that mixture going on for quite a while. That might keep our snow totals a little bit down. Once again, the higher up you're going, you'll probably get 2 to 3. Lower elevations, maybe down to about an inch. Southern Wisconsin, southwestern towards Prairie du Chien, along with the higher elevations, they got another band that'll develop down there, so their amounts may come up a little bit. But as you see, we're looking about 2 to 4, in some areas of less than 1, and this could change as we go throughout the night. It's going to be a wet, sloppy snow because the temperatures will be around freezing. So road conditions probably will be more likely that. One thing you notice right there, it's going to get wind chills are coming back to Friday. This kind of goes off the screen there, but anyway, we got areas of Eau Claire basically looking at about a change over to 7. Black River Falls about 10 to 11. La Crosse around midnight or just there afterwards. And then as we go throughout midnight afterwards, it ends up to the north around 3. Tapers off about 4 to 5. So really before the morning commute gets through, we should be done with it. Southern western areas maybe around 5 to 6. Slushy, icy roads, especially further north you go, because the temperatures will fall below freezing for around Eau Claire and those areas, probably around 3 to 4. So you could see some icy spots. Further south you go, probably more slush, maybe snow covered, just depends on elevation and traffic. So more to come on that. So it's a February system that we're going to see. Nothing unusual, but definitely get up the winter skills because we just haven't been driving that much here with snow for the last month and a half, it almost seems like. Otherwise, definitely chilly Friday. That's actually below average temperatures with wind chills going Friday night and Saturday. Could be below 0 a little bit with the wind blowing. So you'll feel that going Friday and Saturday, but the long range we go back up to the 40s probably.
Okay, like that upward trajectory.
I like this Valentine's Day treat, the snow coming in
We'll get a treat.
tonight.
So
yeah.
definitely, like I said, be ready for your winter driving skills for tomorrow morning. So.
All right, we'll brush up on them. Thank you.
Valentine's Day, of course, is a day of giving gifts to your loved ones, and one couple takes it to the next level.
The story of a widow who receives flowers from her late husband every Valentine's Day.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh quality local meat. It's time for the annual hog sale. Order a half hog for $3.10 or whole hog for $6.10. Price includes smoking of bacon and ham. Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
Welcome to Westville. Welcome to huge selection and savings. We are celebrating President's Day all month long. Take up to 5 years to pay interest-free. Need new appliances? Take 2 years to pay. Countertops? Take 3 years to pay. An adjustable base bed? Take 5 years to pay. Wesco and Sparta, where white glove delivery and setup are always free. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Planning a home renovation? Save money on demolition and disposal fees by contacting Habitat for Humanity's Reclaim Program. Habitat will remove your cabinets, flooring, windows, appliances, and more for free. Habitat sells reclaimed material at the ReStore rather than sending it to a landfill. To schedule your free reclaim service, go to habitatlacrosse.org/reclaim.
Our composite windows are the clear choice for your home. This window is 12 times stronger than vinyl, 2,000% more airtight, and 40% more energy efficient, all at a price less than what many companies charge for vinyl windows. What does this mean for you and your home? Our composite windows make you more comfortable and save on your energy bills.
You're such a window nerd.
I've done my research, so you don't have to.
Come visit our new showroom and test the window nerd's knowledge. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows.
Holman Locker and Meat Market, your place for fresh quality local meat. It's time for the annual hog sale. Order a half hog for $3.10 or whole hog for $6.10. Price includes smoking of bacon and ham. Holman Locker and Meat Market and much, much more.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
One California woman knows she's going to receive flowers and a card from her husband every Valentine's Day. It's kept happening even years after he passed away.
This is the story of John and Diana. They married and had 3 children and lived happily ever after, including decades spent in Danville until John Maver passed away in October 2017.
But their love story continued 4 months later on Valentine's Day 2018.
Through whatever magic works in his world. It's set up so that every year a bouquet of flowers shows up on her doorstep from my dad. When these flowers arrive, you should see the smile that comes on her face. It's just this incredible joy washes over her as she just knows. She knows he's there with her.
So 77-year-old Diana is again looking forward to getting something from her forever Valentine today.
Diana's daughter says this story proves true love exists and that love can exist through life and death. I've never heard of such a sweet story. I love this.
Yeah, that is a great sentiment.
We all have to step up our game now, you know.
Yeah.
Forever and ever and ever flowers, you know.
Absolutely.
All right. We'll have one more check on your forecast after the break.
Lori Robbie enjoys working at Park Bank because she thought bigger banks had lost touch with customers. Lori enjoys serving the community. Lori also enjoys growing hostas. So visit Lori at Park Bank in Holman to talk about your financial dreams and getting down and dirty with gardening.
Ashley's President's Day sale is going on now. Shop incredible hot buys, your choice just $6.99. Or shop in-store for designer deals as low as $17 per month or $999.99 with 0% interest for 5 years with no minimum purchase, in-store only. Only at Ashley.
At Toma Health Cardiac and Pulmonary Rehab, we take your treatment to heart.
Here at Toma Health, we offer both Phase 2 cardiac rehab, pulmonary rehab, and supervised exercise therapy for patients with peripheral artery disease. We give them essentially the tools to go off on their own. That's the goal to the program, right? Is to get back to doing what you love to do.
Since I've been doing this, I feel great. I would definitely recommend Toma Health.
Toma Health, together in care.
There's no better time to get started on your 2024 outdoor living project than the 2024 Early Bird Home Show, which is only at the Board Store. Visit our showroom, explore the possibilities, patio covers, operable pergolas. For year-round living, consider the cabin room or the more traditional room. Stop in, arrange for a prompt free estimate on your 2024 outdoor living project during the 2024 Early Bird Home Show, only at the Board Store.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza.
Like our $9.99 XLNY pizza. It's everything you'd expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. Order now at papamurphys.com.
Seeing clearly matters. Being seen matters more. Get 40% off lenses on a complete pair purchase. Nobody cares for eyes more than Pearl.
Ashley's President's Day mattress sale is going on now. Shop incredible President's Day mattress hot buys. Your choice just $6.99. Plus, save up to $1,000 on select mattresses. For better sleep and savings, visit your local Ashley store or ashley.com to shop the President's Day mattress sale.
There's been a lot of interest these days.
Savers, it's your turn. Let us pique your interest at Park Bank with 4.89 APY on one-year CDs.
Interested? Contact us at Park Bank. Member FDIC. All right, we got the alert day for tonight for the snow that's coming back in. No areas got the snow yet. Eau Claire will be pretty soon, but overall 1 to 4 inches, and it really depends on where you are, where you're going to see the snow and when the transition's going on. Right now, Eau Claire is just getting rain. The snow is further back to Minneapolis. Other areas haven't seen the rain yet. That'll come a little bit later on in the evening. Once all the snow ends, which will be probably before the morning commute, we're going to definitely feel the chill going in through Thursday and Friday. Friday, windy, 28 is actually below average for once for a temperature. Wow. Wind chills will be that night. It'll be pretty chilly, and then we do modify a little bit towards President's Day and beyond. But definitely get ready for some winter tonight.
We will, Greg Barnhart.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
We'll see you at 6.